Okay, so I've sorted those screws. I think I have an idea of which ones they're supposed to use. The photographs on the website are really small. They're poor resolution and really small. So I think these are the ones. If not, I'll switch them out later. They got to be pretty shallow to use in these motors, because you don't want them to interfere with the motor operation. So gotta be these shallow ones I've got here. And there's only 2 per motor here, so I'm pretty sure these are the ones. If not, like I said, we can switch them out later. So let's see. Do I think I get this dry? This might be better. Yeah, these are much better. Alright, so that's one motor in. Do the same thing on the other side. Sound of my phone dying. Okay. There we go. Get the motors installed. Oh, okay. Now it's making sense. Some part of this just made sense to me. Okay. These drive wheels, these sprocket cog looking things, they have these little tiny black set screws. They have a threaded hole on the side. What that's going to do, they're going to lock these onto the motor. The motor shaft has a flat side, and this lock screw will go down and lock this on, this wheel onto that motor so it can drive it. The tricky part that I'm looking at here is seeing how these things are set up. This goes through here. I guess it just gets trapped inside like that, and then is it with this? Maybe, man, they don't tell you anything on this. So this must hold it on like that. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we've got spacers that go in here, and I can't tell which screws. Looks like it's the ones with the heads on them. It must be these, but I don't know if it's the short ones or the long ones. Oh man, I guess it's gonna be the I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the short ones or the long ones. Well, if it's the long ones, then they're probably going to hit each other because there's not a lot of room. You're going to have about that much. I guess they could. They could, and then barely touch each other. I would need, 6 of them? For each one. So yeah, I mean that looks like about the right number. And then all of these little ones we'll use to hook the actual body together. So yeah, I think this is what we need. If not, again, we'll backtrack and do something different. Alright, these nuts, I mean the heads on these things are hex. So let's see. I think they're 2.5. Yeah, they're 2.5. So there. Let's see how this works. Yeah, actually, that's going to work just fine. So I guess it is those long ones. I probably shouldn't tighten them up until I get them all in. Because then it's just going to bind up on me. Get them all in place. Getting kind of late here. Probably going to need to finish this up on, I don't know when the next time I'm going to have free time to be in here. It might be next week or maybe on Monday. So in a few days. Holiday, I haven't had a lot of time. You know, for obvious reasons. Be doing something on New Year's Eve. So the weekend's kind of shot. I won't be out in the robot lab probably until Monday. There. Alright. So, I think it gave me a... Yeah, here we go. Give me one of these. It locks it on there. Okay, cool. So, I guess this is exactly what it's supposed to be like. And this will hook onto the motor and drive the track. So that's pretty cool. I guess I can grab one of those and do that. Alright, so on the motor, I don't know if you can see in this light, but the motor has a flat side on its shaft. That's where the wait, does not want to turn on its own. Alright. I assume I gotta give it a little bit of, you know what? I'm gonna center it around that wheel because I'm sure that is in the center of the track. Yeah, that's a good idea. I need a 1.5. Do I have one? That's what it looks like. Doesn't look like a 2. It looks smaller than that. Yeah. It's definitely a 1.5. No, but they obviously gave me one for that reason. Alright, I'm going to try and center this. I hate these little Allens. They're hard to use. Limited in how you can do this. If I have them, I prefer to use the drivers. There we go. That should do it. Alright, so that should... Let's try putting a track on. Why not? What the heck? Alright. So this should go around here. And the teeth will have to line up with this and then... Interesting. Oh, you know what? They probably made it longer to where you have to size it up, because it's obviously longer than it needs to be, even with this extended. So, does it show it on here? No, it doesn't. But, alright. Let's see. Interesting. These don't seem like they line up right. It looks like they don't line up with the teeth. That's not good. Because they have to be the right distance apart to line up with the holes in the track. Huh. It's almost like they don't. That would be unfortunate if that were the case. Yeah, I'm going to have to shorten this track a bit. Okay. Are there places where you can do this, or is it just anywhere? Might just be anywhere. Push through. Well, we'll deal with that after. We got to make one more of these sprockets. Alright, that goes through there. You know what? Here's something I didn't consider. Ah! Here's the problem. Didn't even consider that. There's they have set markings on here. Alright, so they gave me what I needed to know. They didn't tell me it was there. Alright. Maybe you can see this. On these wheels, there's a little hole right here on the edge. And if you look at this wheel on this side, there's a little hole. These holes need to line up, and that's how the teeth line up. And I think that's what the problem is. So let's take, which side do we want to take off? It doesn't matter. It's pretty quick putting it together anyway. Alright, so when you're putting these together, obviously these teeth need to line up, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is to use these markings. Let's take this off too, and line them up. And that's why the teeth were lining up on one side with the track and not on the other. Alright, so line these up. Yes, now the teeth are in line with each other. Okay. Would have been nice if they mentioned that. I mean, it's... guess they can't fit it on the two-sided piece of paper with 3 steps in assembly. God. Worst instruction sheet ever. You know, it's a good thing that I can look at parts and figure this stuff out, because otherwise, God, I've been really lost. Just knowing that manufacturers make markings to line things up, just knowing that's there helped me solve that problem. But if I didn't know that, oh my God, I can't even imagine trying to figure that out. I mean, you could do it with trial and error, and then you'd probably like end up seeing the holes after you did it the right way and be like, hey, these holes line up. And then it may dawn on you like, oh, that's what it's for. Okay, so now let's look at this track and see. It still needs to be shortened, but yeah, okay, there we go. Now the teeth are lining up in there. That's going to work really well, but it is too long. It still is too long. And it stays on the outside at all times. It doesn't go inside. Yep. Okay. So yeah, it's a little too long. It looks like I need. Here, let me scoop this down. Yeah. Go part of the way. I do that. Alright, looks like I need to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to take out 6 links of this track to make it fit properly. So, I guess I'll do that later. I'll just remember 6. Alright, so that's on there. Got to make the second one. Make sure I line these up this time. Make sure that the set screw hole is on the outside. Alright. Back on track. Get this other sprocket going here. One more. All right, now let's line up these holes. They go there. Place. Come on. Come on. Oh, jeez. This threading on this doesn't seems not right with this threading. You know, always these little imperfections that cause problems. Here, let's take this out. See if I can figure it out. It's probably in this screw here. Probably got something weird going on at the entry point. I've had that before. If I can get it to drop in. Okay, this is just weird. What is going on? Alright, so yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this screw. I'm going to have to try and clean up those threads or something. I'm going to have to look around and find my tools for that. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get everything else done, get the body together. It's just so annoying. And one little piece, and you always get something that's slightly defective with these kits. I mean, it's usually a good deal for the price, but there's always something wrong. It's so frustrating. Alright, well, put that aside. And it's getting kind of late for me this evening anyway. I may kind of call it a night. Really wanted to get some of this stuff finished, but I can always finish this some other night. Alright, well, I'll come back when I have a bit more accomplished. It's from this point on, once I've got all this stuff on here, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to be using these smaller screws to screw the body together. If you're looking at the picture, it's pretty easy to figure out. So all right, yep, that's what I'm up to. So anyway, I'll be back when I've resolved that screw issue. Either I've fixed it or I've replaced it, and we can take a look at this. Maybe I'll even have an Arduino hooked up to it. But that's it for tonight, and I'll see you soon. Take care.